Welcome back to Must Be Nice, guys.
Wow, I thought you said you didn't have any new buttons.
I've had this one for a while. This is the Must Be Nice podcast. Welcome back. Missed you guys. Hope everyone's doing well.
Missed you.
I actually haven't even hung out with you all day today.
You haven't really hung out with me all week if you really want to go there.
It's been a busy week.
Been a busy week. We have an exciting announcement.
June's has a website launching on Thursday. Actually, it's up right now.
It's up right now. When this goes up, we're both rocking the Must Be Nice tees.
We want static.com. Get your merch. Plug. Shameless plug.
So John actually has a whole video talking about the process. He's been working extremely hard.
Nonstop, dude.
Nonstop getting this up and running. Everything's happening here.
I've aged.
You look good, though.
Thanks.
You look good.
You know, there's actually like, I keep thinking I have product in my hair right here, and it's actually just grays now. I have gray hair. Permanent. It's not product.
It's not product. It's not dry shampoo this time.
Every morning that I look out and I go, oh man, I got to get this product. I got product in my hair. I don't even have product in my hair.
Yeah.
Story of my life.
Well, how do you think I felt when I was cutting it? And I thought I took out a huge chunk, and it was actually just...
What?
Clear.
No.
It was, remember though, I was like, oh shit, I went way too close right here, but there was just a little...
Oh, here we go.
A little moment. Right
that was
there.
a private cut. That you did, you know,
well, you did it out in direct sunlight, which honestly I wouldn't have done if it was me.
You did a good job though.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we have merch available on the site.
Available now.
When this goes up, we're probably shipping.
Yeah, we'll probably be shipping right now, guys.
Yeah, so we're very excited to start this process.
I'm like, I'm nervous. I'm a little bit blacked out. A lot of decisions to make.
A lot of decisions.
I also, really want people to like it.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time on it.
I love it. I love it. I actually just cut the bottom of mine off. I made it into like a little cropped
Very
moment.
cute. I love the curl that's going on with it.
I know. I like a curl too. You know, when you wash it too, it does even a little bit more of a curl.
Oh, really?
When you cut a shirt. Yeah.
Does it do that natural, or did you have to like feather it with scissor?
No, it just does it.
Oh, that's nice.
It just does it. Yeah. So this is a size medium, cropped mine.
I'm not in a space right now to where I can crop mine.
John doesn't want to crop his.
I'm wearing a large.
But I love our little logo. It's so cute. It's so us, huh?
Do you like the black or the white more? I like the black one.
You do?
Yeah.
You like wearing black t-shirts.
I'm just a black t-shirt kind of guy.
I think I like wearing white t-shirts because I like wearing white shoes. So that's what's new over here.
Big week.
Exciting stuff.
Big week at the Static Compound.
Big week at the Static Compound. So I thought it'd be fun today. I don't know what made me want to talk about this. Like, I have a topic for today, and it's talking about things we regret as homeowners, whether it be remodeling, because we've done a lot of projects around the house, some major, some minor. But the more I thought about
most major.
The more I thought about it, I was like, oh, this would be kind of interesting to talk about, like, stuff that we regret doing, maybe stuff that like, oh, we wish we didn't spend the money on that, or maybe stuff that like we wish we spent a little bit more on that particular thing.
Are you sitting with a bunch of things, huh?
I'm not sitting with it. I just think it's interesting, and like a lot of people have asked me questions about stuff like that.
I think it's very helpful because we definitely learned the hard way on a lot of things.
Just on remodeling. A lot of people are like remodeling, maybe doing DIYs on the house,
Question for you.
What's up?
Do you feel like, I think we learned firsthand guessing a lot, right? We're just like, oh, we think it'd be great to do this. Move the stairs or whatever, random things in the house. Do you think if someone would have said, on your first house, just chill, would we have listened? Do you think we would have listened?
No.
Maybe on some things.
People did tell us to just chill.
Oh, so that'd be a good topic too. Can we add that to the list? I know you have an agenda, and I don't want to change the agenda.
You can do whatever you want, John.
I would like to say what things that people told us were bad ideas actually turned out to be good ideas.
A lot. Most of the things that I picked, I think people told me were a bad idea.
Period.
Yeah. Yeah, most of the things. But what's funny, if we're going to talk about the backyard remodel, I mean, a lot of people had questions about just the house buying process in general, which wasn't really the direction I was going to go in today.
Yeah. People ask me all the time how you save up to buy a house. Tips for that or whatever. Yeah.
One of the things that's interesting is like, I feel like for us, for the backyard, that was like the most major thing we've done, right?
Yeah.
We had one thing, we were going to redo everything. We were going to redo the pool, like major, move the wall, a lot of stuff, push the hill back. And then on the other end, when we were like, why are we doing all this? We were literally just going to do landscaping.
Yep.
and that was it. And I feel like, well, we didn't go in the middle. We kind of went towards the major
Left
side.
Yeah, we went towards the more expensive
Yeah,
side.
but it's just interesting how like once you start doing it and you start adding on things that you want to do, you end up tearing down your house basically. You're like, let's just tear the house down and start over.
But I think if you would have said we're tearing it down, you still would have that there, you know, like you'd still find more things to add on. If you're like, oh, we're going to go full out. Yeah. It'd still get more expensive. You know what I mean? You have to say like, oh, we're going in the middle, and then you go towards 75% crazy. That's where we landed in a C- crazy, I think.
C-? Wait, what's crazy? F?
I think in terms of budget, over budget.
Oh, yeah.
We were 75% in terms of being 100% crazy. I don't know exactly the metric. We're going to have to come up with.
We don't know the metric.
I don't know the conversion.
Yeah.
But, you know, we didn't go full crazy.
So a lot of things that people brought up that I thought we could talk about is like picking our house. A lot of people said, oh my gosh, I'm in the process of looking right now. What are things like red flags that I mean, when we looked for our house, I don't know if we ever talked about this. We only looked at one.
Yeah, it was the first one.
I don't know if you guys knew that, but it was the one, and then that was it.
Yeah.
So like maybe things that were red flags or things that we wish we would have checked, or like.
Well, okay. So not just one, and we're like, oh, we fell in love.
Yeah.
It was lit.
Yeah.
But we looked at one because we'd been looking for like 8 months to rent. Mm-hmm. We were trying to rent a house in a totally different part of the world. Not the world, but we were trying to rent a house in a totally different part of LA, not by where we're at now.
Like Culver City.
Yeah. But no one wanted to rent to us because of TERP.
Yeah.
So our landlord was moving back into the house we were living in. We had to find a place. We had like a month.
Yeah. We did not have a lot of time.
I think we had like 45 days or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, let's just try and buy something. You know, everyone around was like, we'll just buy shit. And I was like, I don't have any fucking money to buy a house, dude. Well, you know what that takes in LA? Are you crazy? Mm-hmm. And then we kind of looked at like what we could afford a month. We found this house, and I was like, Katie, this is it right here. What do you think? And then you're like, yeah, whatever, dude. Yeah. Whatever. Right?
I really did.
I mean, it was a huge level up for us. I thought, shit, dude, it was a major upgrade, you know? Uh-huh. And then that's, we kind of were like, okay, this is it. We love it. We're down. Mm-hmm. We can afford the payment. Let's just do it. Yeah. That's why it was one. It was a rush to one, you know?
It was a rush to one, exactly.
Yeah. But our shit's pretty wet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't regret it.
No, not at all. I remember thinking, like, when we looked at it, because it was, we went like the day before the open house or something, right? Yeah. I remember when we looked at it thinking, okay, what would prevent other people from buying this house that will give us
like an advantage?
An advantage.
Well, because you're used to the renting world where it's like, we did interviews. Remember that?
Oh my gosh, you guys. Is it the same right now, the rental market? Because, yeah, when we were looking, John and I literally had to do interviews with people.
So we had credit, could afford it.
Gosh.
Been living in similar places, had good references, right? You had good we had jobs. We had real jobs at that point, getting real income, like it was good. And they were just like, yeah, we got to meet you and interview you.
Straight up had to go to an interview.
Yeah, I have to talk about things I don't like. Baseball. I talked about baseball with some guy.
Gosh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that was so uncomfortable.
What does my opinion on the Dodgers have to do with my ability to pay the fucking rent, dude?
Well, I think that was when we realized, like, okay, we weren't renting an apartment anymore. It was like renting from someone that's their house. Maybe they plan on moving back one day.
It's a pretty common thing, though.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely, I guess, got more personal for a lot of people because we had to do so many interviews.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
So that's why I think you were doing that on... So when you went to a house buying thing, really house buyers, they don't care what you have. Yeah. It's just, can you pay for this shit?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It was kind of competitive, I think.
I mean, it was, but I remember thinking, I was like, okay, what would make people not want to, because I looked at it as like, this is the perfect house. This is the perfect house for us.
Good size.
This is great. It's got a nice backyard.
I think that's what you kind of consider, right? You think about size, what you need.
Yeah.
I mean, I want a 7,000 square foot house, right? But then you're like, damn, it's just me and Katie.
Yeah.
I don't want to furnish a 7,000 square foot house. You know how expensive that shit is?
Dude.
And then you got to think about air, water, all that
window coverings.
Yeah. What do you really need,
Window coverings.
Yeah. I kind of thought of it. We kind of figured our house is 2,600 square feet or something like that. I would say it's a pretty normal size house, I think. Mm-hmm. I feel like for two people, it's plenty.
Yeah. Well, now especially that we got, because we work from home too. So we did start to get a little.
We outgrew it.
But I don't feel like we've outgrown it anymore.
No, now that we got the work stuff.
Now that we got all of John's lighting out of there, I don't feel like
a little bit more space
we've
to breathe.
outgrown it anymore.
Sure. Yeah.
But I remember thinking like, okay, the master bedroom is not like a master suite.
Yeah.
It's a pretty, like, it's an average size. Like, it's like a regular bedroom size.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's going to turn a lot of people off. Sick. Love that.
Yeah.
Also the like the hill driveway thing.
It being up on a hill was a downside for you.
I was like, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to turn a lot of people are going to see that and be like, no way.
Yeah.
The backyard wasn't landscaped at all. And I was like,
no fence, no privacy.
Perfect. There was no privacy. So those three things, it gave me a lot of like hope that it wasn't going to turn into like a bidding war.
Yeah.
But those were things that I thought about. And it's funny, like I never have really thought about those things as like negatives now, you know?
Well, because you can solve those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the backyard we did,
Yeah.
but looking back on it now, like the master bedroom it's like.
I don't know. I think, well, for that, at that time, oh, look, that was the most amount of money we've ever spent on any
Exactly.
item. You know, I think most people, the house that they buy is the most expensive thing they buy.
Yeah.
You would be like, damn, for this amount of money, I should have a baller
that's
suite,
true.
right? Right?
Yeah.
For sure. You think about what you spend on a house.
It's in LA, yeah.
And you're like, damn, for that amount of money, I should have, there should be waiters and staff. They should come with staff.
You should have Drake's house.
Yeah.
For that.
I want the house Drake was dancing and Tootsie sliding around for that amount of money, right? That's what you think. But, shit, you got to remember where you're at. I would say you got to think about size, what you want, neighborhood. Mm-hmm. The neighborhood we ended up in, I love.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, we don't have any neighbors.
Not really, yeah.
So that's one thing. Like, our property is kind of, like, weird. Like, I couldn't even describe it. A lot of people ask me, like, when I show the garden stuff, they're like, dude, where the hell is this?
Yeah.
It's a weird property. It's on, like, a quarter of an acre. Mm-hmm. But it's a very steep hillside, so a lot of it is not like usable.
80% of it is
yeah,
on
it's
a
not
hill.
like usable space, which really irked me for a while, but it has its pros and its cons. I would never buy on a hillside again, tell you that.
I would if I was on some,
like
Kylie budget or some shit. Yeah, or it's like, this shit don't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So the property shape is just very unique, but it also is unique in the fact that we don't have neighbors on any side of us.
Yeah.
We have it outside of across from us. But we don't have them like side by side.
We don't see anybody.
We don't see anybody in our backyard, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
It took us a while to get to the point of like a lot more privacy in the backyard, but I think it's worth it now.
Yeah, I love it. I love where it turned out. I didn't necessarily see the vision when we were buying it though. Like I know now, like we've helped other people find houses, and I think we see more things like, oh, you can fix that with this, or this, this doesn't. You don't have sidewalks here. This is a bad neighborhood. Whatever. Like certain shit we see now. I didn't even fucking think about it back then, really. We don't have sidewalks. We don't have sidewalks. We don't have curb. Parking sucks. Yeah. Like if you want street parking sucks, but maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you don't have a lot of cars parked on the street.
Right.
Trash kind of sucks by our house. Like there's a lot of things that we didn't really consider.
Yeah.
But fuck it, dude. Sometimes every once in a while.
I mean, also I didn't know, kind of leaning into like remodeling. I didn't know that we were going to take on that huge project when we bought the house.
Yeah, we didn't buy it to.
We didn't buy it to fix it up, but also we really learned how much stuff costs.
Yeah.
So like living on a hillside, just a hillside in general, like that's why I'm so triggered by it because of how expensive retaining walls are.
Well, I think that's partially LA.
Is
right?
it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Why?
I think because it's like code and they have to do shit
like
certain
permits?
ways. Earthquake safety bullshit, corporate greed, big government involved, I think that's what it is. I don't think it's like that everywhere. I don't
really.
Let us know, guys, because people build shit in Rocky Mountains and stuff like that. I think it's just different regulations for wherever you're at. I'm sure everywhere has different shit.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's because of LA and like, certain things have to be built to certain weird codes, dude.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. That's why contractors charge so much because they know it's a headache.
Oh, such a headache.
That's why I think it is.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because like I'll have a lot of people tell me like, why don't you just move the wall like 30 feet back? And I'm like, that's literally $500,000.
Yeah.
Literally several $100,000 to move this wall 5 feet. So that's why like I get a lot of people telling me just add stairs in your hillside or something. I'm like, dude, literally stop it.
Yeah.
Like I want to cry thinking about doing anything to the hill ever again. Some people have asked me like furniture regrets. Do you have anything that you're like, God, I wish I didn't do this? I get asked a lot about how do you really feel about having a white couch with 3 dogs? Yeah. And I will say that is the one thing I don't have a problem with.
Really? Because there's some stains on there that I have a problem with.
Did you do it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Highly likely. Sriracha or something like that. Or or Rocky Road ice cream.
But I would say the couch doesn't look bad at all.
No, it's held up pretty good, especially for the amount of dogs. We don't really, some people get their couch professionally cleaned every year or whatever.
We should probably do that.
We should. We've never done it though.
Yeah. So we did this time around. I would get a white couch again. That's still, I think, something that I would do. So different places have like performance fabrics. I would highly recommend that, like with kids or dogs or whatever.
They're kind of designed to take
a little bit more. But also I tried to keep the dogs off the couch. Zoe, she runs the house, but like Mike and Turb, for the most part, Turb doesn't go on the couch at all.
Yeah.
She's too hot anyway. She doesn't even like being up there.
Yeah.
Mike, she sneaks in, but I try to keep her off because she has this habit. Every time she goes outside,
she likes to wipe her paws on the couch.
She somehow gets muddy, and she immediately, right when she runs in the house, she either jumps on the bed or jumps on the couch. She's like just a magnet to white fabric.
Yeah.
But luckily, like the dirt by our house dries very like easy to clean. But that's the only time that I feel like I really had a problem with it. So I would keep doing the white fabric.
You just wouldn't get Mike again. It's not the couch, it's the mic that's the problem.
Also, I will say I got a performance rug for the living room, and I got it. It's like black and dark blue.
Yeah.
Something, or gray. It's like dark gray and black, and that I would do again.
Yeah, it looks really nice actually.
It still looks good. It's a very high traffic area. It's like a walkway to get to the other side of the house, and you can't tell.
So what are the regrets?
The regrets? Don't do jute ever.
Jute.
Ever.
Especially with dogs.
Don't do, if you have a high traffic. Look,
hey, jute's sick in a room you never go in.
Exactly. Like I'm probably going to get one here, like a little one, just saying, but I'm never going to walk on it. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm not even going to look at it.
Never talk to it.
I'm not going to talk to it. I'm not going to look at it. Nobody's allowed to touch it. I'm going to put caution tape around it, whatever, right?
You got to put sunscreen on the floor underneath it too, because it does stain the floor, right?
Did it? No, I think it just shed all over the floor. If people say that jute's not a problem, they're probably lying, right?
Well, I guess if you just like a shaggy straw fucking, when it like it all comes out of the thing.
Oh, because it unravels. It will.
Didn't you look like a little tucker that like pokes them?
I did. I stuck bobby pins in the corner. Do you
dude,
remember
that's
that?
So fucking
so
whack.
It starts to come like unraveled towards the end because it's like a high traffic area. Everybody thinks it's going to be cute, like
it is cute. It looks great.
It's going to be fine.
It
the
looks
one
great.
that I bought for the living room, which was 10 by 14, it was like a Ralph Lauren. It was a nice one.
Flex. Period.
But it still went to shit.
Ever
just
heard of
like
it?
every other jute rug I've ever known.
Yeah. If it was like a $40 rug, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That and it gives you splinters too. We didn't talk about that, but you'll start to get
you
splinters.
lay on and have a good time with.
Yeah, you can't touch it. That and raw wood. We know about the table, the dining room table.
You regret that?
Yeah. Raw exposed wood. Like I was so into it because Joanna Gaines.
Fucking Joe. Dude.
Yeah. What's her show?
Her and Chip's ass.
Flipping Out? No, not Flipping Out. What's the show?
Her show?
Yeah.
Fixer Upper.
Fixer Upper, yes. So this was like my Fixer Upper era, right? And here's the other thing.
What?
You're going to get a house, wherever you move, right? You have a style.
Can we talk about Joanna's fucking, her charade that she's keeping right now? Love her to death.
Love her to death.
Love the whole family, right? But the problem with that show is the way they stage those houses doesn't vibe with functionality in American households. Yeah. You notice there's never any fucking TVs in the rooms that they're staging, right?
And there's only a love seat.
Yeah.
There's only ever a love seat
in the
house.
And they're all facing each other, right? Like it looks
like
hella
a
cute,
conversation.
Right? Oh, the couch. Imagine, okay, listen, where you guys are watching shit right now at home. Imagine if the other chair was facing the couch right now and not the TV.
You're not facing the TV.
Imagine we weren't even in the room.
Yeah.
That's so weird. It looks great.
So yeah, I was like really into that style. Like, but you know what I noticed is I'm not actually into the style of the furniture in the shows. It was the materials.
The house, yeah.
It's the construction.
The woods.
And so I was confused. I was so messed up. I was like, oh my God, I'm buying all this raw wood. And then all of a sudden I'm living in a farmhouse.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, this isn't what I wanted.
Yeah. The cows aren't outside.
The cows are not here.
Yet.
We don't have chickens. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So I quickly, it was a quick moment that I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
Why am I getting all this wood? But I do like the dining area. I still think the dining area is cute.
Top notch.
Regret the farmhouse table because raw wood, it soaks up everything. We all know what happened when my mom.
Fucking crayons.
We don't
Soupy
talk.
Ass crayon.
We had pozole, and she had splatter.
Yeah.
She had splatter, and that was the day after I got the table. Now there's grease stains all over it. I don't really give a shit anymore.
Some of them are fresh, but they're not. We haven't eaten there.
I don't
in months.
know. Did you see that?
We never eat there.
It looks like somebody put a bag of oil on the table.
But we don't eat there even.
We literally don't eat there. It's kind of bumpy. You can't really set a glass on it.
Yeah, you
It's
can't.
a little bumpy.
It's also kind of a war zone because we know what's happened at that table. That battle of crayons.
Yeah, the battle.
Pozole.
Crayon doesn't go near the table.
It's
anymore.
hallowed ground. We can't eat there.
We can't eat there. Also, that one is like a picnic table style.
So your knees banging.
So your knees banging to the ends.
Looks great though.
Can I just say that's the second table that I've messed up on, second dining room table. The first one I got was the Z Gallery one that's like an X.
Yeah.
And you couldn't fit more than one chair like on the side or whatever.
But they're really long.
But it's huge. Yeah. So this was now, I think I've learned my lessons with dining tables. I've had glass, never again.
Wood.
And I've had raw wood.
What material would you choose next?
I would do like a varnished wood or like a finished wood.
Okay.
You know, I would do that. But I'm honestly never going to buy a dining room table again.
Do you remember how tall the light fixture was in that room when we bought the house?
It looked like a spider up on the ceiling.
Yeah.
All right. So those are the two furniture regrets, but I also heavily committed to like the farmhouse situation. And that's not what I wanted. Like I did the pendant. Remember the pendant that I did?
Yes, I do.
That one is gone.
Yeah.
It's cute, but it was not what I was going for. I was like, hold on. Again, we're not in a farmhouse right now. So that's like pretty much the only stuff on the inside that I
furniture?
Yeah, for furniture that the marble coffee table.
Can I talk about the inside regrets?
And I would never, ever do marble countertops. Never. They're cute.
Yeah.
They're cute. I would do quartz, 100%.
Yeah.
Get it that looks like marble.
Yeah.
Marble is such a pain in the ass. Like our bathrooms are marble. And so is the countertop in my office is marble.
The back wall?
Carrera or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just very porous. It scratches. It stains. You have to like polish it. No. Dude, if that was in the kitchen, no. I'd put saran wrap over it every day.
Just no.
No. I think it's cute. I like it.
Yeah.
I respect people that do it in their kitchen, but I could not. There's absolutely no way I could do it.
So any other interior regrets?
As far as purchases go?
Sure.
A lesson that I learned is like, okay, I heavily like commit to one style, and I feel like I've gotten better at not doing that.
Yeah.
Like it was like the farmhouse thing, and then it was like before that was like brass. I was really into brass, and like I just go all in. I've learned to take my time.
Yeah.
To slow down, and also to build either a mood board or find photos on Pinterest that I really, really like, or wherever it is, House, Pinterest, and either get it as close as I can to that, or just, the vibes. Try and keep the vibes the same.
I think that's helpful because you also go like, oh, I actually just like black doors.
Yeah.
That's what you realize. All these photos are just of black doors. I don't like anything that's in the pic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think building boards, Pinterest boards, House is an incredible, that's where I got all the backyard inspo from, is House. Houzz, not Pinterest.
Well, only because you didn't remember your Pinterest password. That's the only reason.
It really booted me out of my whole account.
That's the only reason why you don't fucking use Pinterest. Dude.
Yeah.
Can I say something that I'm happy about?
Yes.
If you watch our initial house tour, I talked about how we were going to get like U-line hella shit for the Diagon Alley room. Mm-hmm. I was going to have like a charging desk and all this shit. I'm so happy I didn't buy that.
Yeah.
You gotta live in a space before you buy some things, dude.
Yes.
That would have been so fucking. I mean, we did have shelving in there that was pretty ugly eventually, but live in the space a little bit.
It really is so helpful to actually live and kind of like feel it out first.
Some rooms change purpose,
Yep.
I think some rooms change your purpose.
Well, and also we did that with the backyard. Remember, we wanted to have the barbecue on the other side originally.
Oh yeah, I remember.
We were thinking about doing it outside of our kitchen, which is like a little deck area, completely separate from the pool because it's close to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we did that?
No.
That would be a mess.
Yeah, that would suck. We'd probably use it a lot more, but it's not fun for like entertaining stuff.
Yeah, exactly. One thing that I've learned, if you like have somebody come in and do a project, right? Whether it's contractor, painter,
shoot your shot.
Whatever.
Shoot your shot, dude.
You have to fucking watch.
You think Overwatch?
Not Overwatch. Not micromanage. I'm not a micromanager, but you have to like check in. You can't just like trust that it's going to be done the way you want it and then leave.
Never trust that they're an expert.
No.
No, I say that and I mean it.
Trust that they're an expert, but maybe they just don't know exactly how maybe you just got to check in. That's all I'm going to say. You got to check in because the fireplace.
How about this? If it looks wrong to you while they're doing it, stop them.
Yes, you have to stop it.
Yeah, how about that?
You have to stop it. Yeah. Chances are, I can't speak. Everything that I've seen done at our house, they're really, really good, very talented. They're experts.
Yeah.
The people that I've seen, but it doesn't go the way that you want it to go. You have to stop it and be like, hold on, this isn't what we wanted.
Don't be afraid to communicate.
Yes. So the fireplace, I was afraid to communicate.
A little bit.
That one was like I feel like we did a good job on putting that shit together though. But the trim did not look at all how I wanted it to be.
Same.
I wanted it to be like shaker style, very not modern, but more modern.
Yeah.
And it turned out like they actually did more work.
They made it more detailed.
They made it more detailed and more traditional looking.
Yeah.
Than what I wanted.
I regret that as well.
I regret that one. And it was like, I kind of saw it as he was like nail gunning in all the trim. Mm-hmm. And this guy, he was good. He was really good.
They murdered it. I think he was feeling himself so hard that he was like, I'm going to keep adding layers of trim. And it kind of got more decorative.
Yeah. And then at the end of the day, I remember asking the guy, I was like, I just wanted it like shaker style. Can we go do that?
Yeah.
And it was too late. Everything was already like glued, nail gun. I mean, you could have broken it all down, but we didn't do that. So that was one thing that I kind of just like didn't say anything. And that's one regret that I have, that I didn't say anything.
It's a regret.
It's a regret.
I remember that.
Yeah.
But we also worked with that guy on other projects in the house, and we just remembered for those projects to speak up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like your cabinets in your office, he did a great job on.
He did the cabinets in the office.
He stopped stapling at the right time.
Yeah.
You know?
So it was, I guess not clearly communicating the trim pieces that we wanted.
Yeah.
And I will say for the office, basically repainted the cabinets, refinished them and repainted them. It was actually an expensive wood that was originally put in there, but it was ugly.
Yeah.
We didn't like it. It was very knotty pine, like very country looking. Mm-hmm. Didn't fit in with what I wanted to do in there, so we ended up painting it. They had to sand it all down and then fill the wood. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And then sand and then prime and then the lacquer paint. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that. And then
it shut down the air conditioning.
Yeah. So this is another thing, guys. When you buy the house from somebody, as a side note, learn about all the features of it. Mm-hmm. Ask for a tour of everything. It sounds simple, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know where all the clear outs for the drainage were, like for the sewer. I don't know where the fucking water turnoff is. Yeah. I just learned that the other day.
Yeah.
Learn where everything is. Yeah. I didn't know that our air conditioner has a thing like I think all air conditioners might have this. So you guys might be ready for the first
because that one was new on that side of the house, right?
I think all new air conditioners have this, right? If they're sensing, because they kind of take the air out and recirculate or whatever. If they sense that there's some poisonous shit in the air, they turn themselves off so they don't like recirculate it throughout the rest of the house, which lacquer paint is poisonous, I guess.
It's straight toxic gas.
It's bad for you, right? Yeah. So our air conditioner, it was the hottest day in summer. They're painting the shit. And it's like, we're like, why the fuck is the air not working? It's so hot in this house, dude. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I had heater guys going up in this, because that one's in the attic.
Remember the guy left?
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, dude. We had a guy, it was like at least 110 degrees probably, right?
It was so hot.
And it smells like lacquer paint. You're hot. You're not thinking, your brain's going crazy. You know, we're
leave.
loopy.
Yeah, we had to leave.
And then it's like, I had a air conditioning guy come in and he was just like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
He went like,
he quit.
It was up in the attic and he called and he said, I'm not doing this. And he left.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I was just like, man, go fuck myself.
Yeah, literally. So it's definitely helpful to know where all that stuff is.
Learn things, guys. You got to change the air filter every once in a while in your house.
Yeah.
Shit I just didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and isn't our water thing, like, because our property is kind of weird, it's actually kind of far away.
And so there's two.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was the one on the street. The one that actually does the stuff that matters is right next to the house.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll show you after this
Yeah,
podcast.
well, I'll learn that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all those things are really good to learn because they kind of just hand you the keys and they're like, later. Going back to the cabinets, that ended up being a really long project. And I kind of was like, should we have just ripped these cabinets out and started over?
Well, you would have had to lacquer them anyway. You know, you would have had to do most of that stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, you could have done different design. Maybe.
And that's when it's like, where do you stop?
Yeah.
Where do you just kind of redo what you already have? And when do you like rip everything out?
Lipstick on a pig.
No. What is that?
You're just trying to make it pretty, dude.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a pig cabinet and just throwing some lipstick on it.
Yeah, so we did a little reno on that, but that ended up being like, I really like the way it turned out. But also I don't think I would ever do painted cabinets, full disclosure.
What would you do?
Like in our kitchen, how we have painted cabinets, It looks really good for a while.
So what do you do? What's the alternative option?
Like a finished cabinet? Like I wouldn't have it painted like with paint. They have like wood finish cabinets. I would do that. Like built-ins,
gotcha.
You know?
Yeah, like natural finish.
Like a natural finish. Yeah, I mean natural for manufactured wood, but I wouldn't do painted cabinets.
Gotcha.
Because now, I mean, it doesn't look bad, but there are some spots like really high, like the trash can pull out thing. The paint's kind of starting to come off on the top. I just wouldn't do that.
I like
personally.
to think of those as like little memories.
Memories. Every time you go in the trash.
Every time I've thrown things away, you know, just a little memory lane.
Yeah. Well, I guess technically we can just like buy a new panel, right?
Yeah, you could.
And do it like if we know the paint color.
Yeah.
But that's something that I personally wouldn't do, because now, you know, every time you took a C-stand out of Diagon Alley and brought it into the office, there's like hella chips on the baseboard.
All right.
Did you guys feel that?
Yeah.
Did you feel that?
Yeah, I felt it.
You felt it?
Well, no more C-stands there.
No more C-stands. So that's another raw wood, jute, painted cabinets. Also, I think anything that, like, when we make a decision to do some type of something to the house, I don't know if you always think this, but I'm always like, how is this going to look to like whoever's going to buy this house next?
Well, it depends on what the decision is. But yeah, for the most part, I think about that kind of shit.
I would say the only thing that it did not fall into that is when we put the closet in one of the bedrooms, but that's like, you can just rip that out when you leave, and it's...
Some people might like that.
They might.
I don't know if I would rip that out if we ever showed the house.
Really?
Yeah. If they want it, you know. If not, we'll just take it out. I mean, we can offer them the option, you know, we'll repaint it. 'Cause some people might want that.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, that's true.
You know, someone might want an extra bedroom.
Yeah. But I think that's like the only thing that I didn't really consider that. But everything else was like, you don't want to overly customize certain things.
Keep it universal.
Keep it as universal as you can.
Yeah.
That's the inside of the house. Should we talk about like the back and like how we found the process of actually finding a contractor? Because there's something you guys don't know that we did actually before we started the project.
Which is?
Hire a landscape architect.
Oh, the landscape architect.
A landscape architect.
I'm so happy you remembered that word that he called himself.
I mean, he is a landscape architect.
Do you know that for sure?
So we wanted to redo the pool originally, and there was like all these hills.
No, I think what we did was we were on House looking for people to work with, right? We were typing in like backyard remodels LA or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Like something that you type in on House. And then his work was really good. Like he had some cool examples, and he also was an architect. You know, he was a designer, architect, whatever. I don't know what exactly the difference is or whatever, but he wasn't like just like a guy that builds stuff.
Yeah.
He would help you find people to build the stuff.
He was going to go find a general contractor or subcontractor.
Oh, I know what it was. Now I know. We didn't know what we wanted to do back there.
Yeah.
We were looking for help with like what's possible. That's what I think it was. We didn't even know, like, can you move a pool?
Yeah.
You know, can we move the wall? We didn't know any of that.
Technically, you can do anything. It's how much do you want to spend?
Yeah, well, okay, so that was the whole goal of this guy, right? Like, what's possible with the property that we have? You know, we got to get a survey, like, figure out the land, and then, you know, how can we move this shit around with what we got? So I think that's why we went with that guy first.
Mm-hmm. So basically, we went with this guy. We were really excited. He was going to come up with 3 designs for the backyard. Mm-hmm. And that took, what, like 3 months or something?
Yeah, it took a while.
It was like meetings.
I think he came to the house twice.
It was meetings, and it was just like, basically, he drew dream scenarios, right? Because we were like, okay, well, we want it. If it was us, I'd be like, hey, if you want to redo your pool, that's going to be a minimum 100, 200,000.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because we're on a hillside, it's an older pool, whatever.
Yeah.
Minimum, I would just be like, hey, this is how much that's ballpark, right? Just for that.
Yeah, you should kind of go like, for, you know, where your house is at. I don't know. Like, give me something, you know.
Yeah.
An educated perspective if your degree is in architecture.
If you've done it before.
Yeah, give me a little bit of a background on like, you know, I don't think that that's the vibe for this property. You know? Like, let's just do this.
It's not worth doing that for this property.
Yeah, I think this is a great idea. That's kind of what we thought.
That's what I would have hoped somebody would have said to me.
Yeah.
So anyway, we spent months with this guy. He drew up 3 designs.
Yeah.
Which were like
pretty wild.
Like
elevated pools.
Elevated spa. Remember? The spa was going to come.
The pool was elevated. Remember? The pool was a foot. He wanted the pool to be elevated. So fuck the whole other original pool.
Yeah.
Get rid of that thing. What was that? Move the wall back 30 feet.
Yeah.
Elevate the pool and then elevate the spa and then do like a deck even higher.
There was like 3 different ones, but they were at least 600,000, right?
I think he said it was going to be 450.
Which is dreaming.
Yeah, which I think is bullshit. It was 10 times more than what we fucking had. Yeah. That's what it was. Whatever the scenario was, it wasn't what we had in the account. That's for sure.
It didn't make sense for the house. That's what you got to think about too. Like whatever you're going to invest into whatever project it is it going to add the value that you're going to get back on it later on?
Yeah. Or close, you know?
Or close. Like, are you going to be able to enjoy it and then get something back on it? But don't put I mean, that was just like really put that much money into like a house that's not.
At that point, you tear your fucking house down and you build another house.
Exactly.
Or you just buy a bigger house somewhere else.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
our house would never be worth $1 million more than we paid for it with that.
Yeah.
It's just not possible.
So anyway, we got these designs back that now we realize after having done a project that would have been
crazy,
like around 600,000 probably.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like, I don't know, I just feel like it was just like a dream drawn out on a piece of paper, you know?
It was like we paid for his art class for the day.
Yeah. And it was just like you get kind of excited and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a second, how much is this gonna, like it just didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we felt like we got really far set back with that because then our project didn't end up starting till the summer, right?
Yeah.
So after we were like, okay, we're not gonna move forward with this, like this, it just wasn't the right vibe to move forward with him, because not only that, but then after that he would be subbing out for a general contractor and then we would be meeting with all these general contractors.
We need to do it all kind of guy.
Yeah, we had 3 other people come out. One of the guys was more specializing in like retaining walls and stuff like that, and he just looked like kind of like fuck this, right?
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
he looked at the wall and he was just like
Yeah.
he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Second guy, he quoted me $80,000 just to add irrigation and landscape the hillside.
So irrigation meaning like water?
Mm-hmm.
Sprinklers and landscape.
Yep.
Okay.
He quoted me $80,000 just for that.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember he was wearing like a weird hat.
Yeah.
I remember that.
He was there and he was like calculating it, and I remember he was just like, okay, it's this many square feet, blah blah blah, and he was like, yeah, for the hillside to add sprinklers and to landscape $80,000, and I was like, all right, cool, see you later.
Yeah.
It's been real.
Yeah.
It's been real.
Yep.
But they always say like, oh, I'll do it for you for, you know, it should be 100,000 for you. I'll do it.
I fucking hate people like that.
I'll
dude.
do it for. I'm gonna hook you up. I'll do 80,000.
Like I literally just met you and you're full of shit, dude.
Yeah.
I hate that sales approach, dude. It makes me feel like whatever. I'd rather say like, hey, this is what the price is, but I'm gonna prioritize the project and get it done as fast as possible. Give me that.
Yeah.
Don't give me like I'm gonna hook you up.
I'm gonna hook you up.
But then you're gonna pull that string of the whole fucking project.
Yeah.
Dude.
So the winner chicken dinner was the very last one that I called. He had the least amount of Yelp reviews, like 8 reviews.
Really?
Which is not like me to call even. But I was like, man, his work looks really good. There's a few photos. He came out and he was just like, I was like, hey, what do you think about this? And he was like, oh, you don't want to spend the money on that. You don't want to do that. Let's do this instead.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, really? You can do that? He's like, yeah, no problem. What about landscaping the hillside? Yeah, no problem. What about like, oh, I kind of want to do this, this, and this. Yeah, we'll figure something out. It was just very like...
He had the right energy.
It was the right energy. He's like, you know, even if we can't do that, like we could do this. He was just like, yeah, no problem. He was so chill.
Yeah.
Very chill. There was zero sales energy. I remember when he left, you're like, oh, he's the guy.
I felt it because it's like you're going to spend time with the person. You know? If they're going to remodel your house or whatever, they're going to be there every day for months.
Yep.
You know, or whatever the project time frame is. That guy was cool. He was chill, you know? Like I felt like he solved problems.
Yes.
You ever have energy of someone that's just like, dude, they're going to solve the problem? Sure, he has his own downs.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own downs, you know? But
Yeah.
I felt like his positives were so much better than the negatives, you know?
And I mean, even throughout the project, like he's done other little stuff for us. Like remember he taught you how to like switch the electrical outlets?
Yes. Yep. We changed all the lights together.
Yeah. And one day I asked him a question about like concrete. I was like, oh, I'm going to go buy this. And then he came over and like helped me with it.
Yeah. Great contractor. Dream contractor.
Dream contractor. And he ended up doing the project. And what I liked about him is it wasn't, everybody works differently. But for me, it wasn't like, let's come up with a full plan. Everything right now, like what we would have done with that architect was everything would have been laid out, blueprinted, mapped out exactly degrees and feet. We didn't do any of that with him. It was kind of like, this is the vibe that we want. And he's like, he knew I was going to change my mind.
Yeah.
So he was like, let's just rip everything out and see how you feel.
Yeah.
And we literally would walk it together like once a week and be like, oh, let's do that. Because you're going to start moving stuff. And like once we took the fence out, we ended up moving the fence.
Yep.
And we ended up moving the staircase.
Yeah.
Like each week changed. And so that was helpful for me to not have a fully set plan and then to make him feel like I was inconveniencing him by changing it.
Yeah, he was good at that. I don't think everyone's as good at that.
I don't think everyone would have liked doing that either. I think some people know exactly what they want and then that's it. They don't want to like...
I like adapting.
Yeah.
There were some things we saw in the middle of construction, like those tiny pads that he tried.
Yeah.
The little concrete pads. Like you think of like, oh, I want them to be like 2 feet big or whatever. And then you see them framed out on 2 feet. You're like, wow, it looks kind of tiny.
And once you actually walk it.
Yeah, you gotta like kind of vibe things out.
Yeah. So there was definitely a lot of stuff. And like he designed a lot of it, like the deck area. Mm-hmm. Literally he was out there and he was like, okay, let's figure this out. But it wasn't like somebody sitting and doing graphic design on their computer and spending $3,000 on a freaking
CAD drawing,
you know.
It was a guy with a can of spray paint.
He was out there with a can of spray paint, painting it out, and we would literally walk it together.
His eraser, remember?
Yeah, look at my eraser.
Yeah.
His foot was the eraser.
Yeah, he would just wipe the dirt on top of the spray thing.
So like for me, I really liked working like that. So do you have any like regrets in the backyard?
I don't know about regrets. I don't use the far section so much, like the fire pit area as much.
That I was like, oh, I think that would really add to like when we sell the house.
I think so too. I think someone walk in the house when they were going to buy it would like that.
Yeah, because I don't think whatever we put back there, I don't think we would use that often.
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of far out there. One thing that we did do that everybody told us not to do was don't do white concrete for the barbecue area.
Yeah.
Because we did a waterfall barbecue thing, the concrete countertops, and it's white concrete instead of regular concrete, which was way more expensive, but I like the way it looks better.
I like the way it looks. I don't like, so in California, concrete naturally just cracks, right? Like it just happens. I hate that shit costs so much money.
And it just cracks.
And it cracks. Because I feel like it's going to fall over, even though there's rebar in there and it's like, it's not going to fall over. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
That bothers me a little bit.
Also, I think countertops in general, like it's hard to have concrete because it's also like a natural surface.
Yeah, it stains.
It's a lot more maintenance than you would think for it being concrete, which is kind of a little bullshit.
Yeah.
It's a little bullshit. One other question I get asked a lot is about backyard furniture. How do you deal with the cushions, the white cushions? I will say I have a lot of regrets with purchases for furniture in the backyard, but not because of the white cushions. I feel like actually the cushions is like the least of my problems.
Oh, really?
I literally looked every single website up and down because I did not want to buy furniture from Restoration Hardware. I hate Restoration Hardware. I hate them.
Okay.
I hate them.
Shots.
A lot of my furniture is from Restoration Hardware, but I hate Restoration Hardware. Thank you. I didn't want to, but I couldn't find anything similar at the time.
Right.
That I really, really liked, that I really, really loved. And don't get me wrong, I love the way the furniture looks out there, but it's so fucking uncomfortable.
I don't think it's uncomfortable. I think my problem with it is hard to move.
I'm too little. Those ones by the fire pit, I'm like literally my legs are sticking straight out because it's so low and so deep. Like I look like a little kid sitting in one of those giant chairs at a museum. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't like it because they're heavy to move.
Yeah. So also we kind of move our shit around a lot, you know, and it's freaking heavy. The wood stuff is heavy and it's maintenance. You have to oil it. So we got teak. Fuck teak, dude.
Yeah, dude. Fuck
teak. Like one of them is gray and it's painted, but the other one, I really like the way it looks, but you have to oil it. You have to maintain it. If it gets water on it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
It really pisses me off. Fuck Restoration Hardware.
Wow,
you need a maintenance team of people.
Dang,
you need a maintenance team. If you have a maintenance team, sure, it's fine.
Yeah, if you have a staff.
If you have a staff that can take care of it, that can move it. You see, I'm getting very passionate about this right now.
Yeah. I will say, we've been to Target recently, and they have really nice outdoor furniture.
That's what I wanted to say. I'm so pissed off. I think I did a little rant on my close friend story because I was so mad.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay because Target has really cute shit now for outdoor. It's great.
It's fine.
I'm happy for everybody who gets the cute Target furniture now, but they didn't have that stuff last year. And yeah, I'm a little upset. I'm a little peeved. I'm a little TO'd about it. And that's that.
And that's the tea on that.
And that's the tea on that. I really like aluminum. I know stuff is supposed to be heavy so it doesn't blow away.
Yeah.
Let it blow away at this point. Let it go.
I think so.
In our office remodel, I would say went an insanely fast pace.
Yeah, lightning speed.
That was great. I think it went so quickly too because our office remodel, we did it completely different than how we did the backyard in that I picked out every single material ordered it, everything was here.
Yeah, it was all ready to go.
It was literally like we kept it very simple. It was all black and white. So it was like not a lot of shit to like variation, you know?
Yeah.
But like flooring, paint, doors, everything was literally sitting here. And then they came in and just like did a complete overhaul and redid everything. And it was what, like 4 weeks?
Yeah, I think it was 6 weeks total.
Was it 6 weeks total?
I think you were gone for a little bit of it. And then,
okay.
Well, 6 weeks including ordering, I think, actually. But I think they did great. I think it looks fantastic. I don't see there's nothing I regret in here.
No, I love the way the office turned out, but that project definitely turned out and went super fast. I think just already I didn't make any changes either.
Yeah.
Everything was already like, this is what we're doing. This is the plan. So it was completely different. But I think because it's like our workplace and not our home.
It's not super personal.
Didn't think about like a lot of functionality I mean, it does matter, but not as to the level of like living in it.
Yeah, for sure.
So like we have a all matte black kitchen. Would I do that at home? No, because of the water that gets everywhere. But it's like, it's an office. You just wash your hands in the kitchen, you know? Yeah. It's not like that serious.
You're not preparing meals and
stuff. Yeah.
I got a question for you, actually.
What's up?
Can I give you one? Can I give you the last one?
Yeah. Is it a riddle?
It's not a riddle.
Because I don't want to do a riddle.
Okay, so we've lived in this house, 3 years now? Almost 4 years?
Yes.
What do you want in your next house? What is that house? Describe it to me. What's the square footage? Your styles have changed. You've gone through multiple different styles. Mm-hmm. What is your current style? If you were to buy a house right now, say, you hit the lotto and you're looking for another house. What is the dream house now that your perspective has changed?
Well, I hit the lotto. I'm building a house.
Oh, you're going to try and build?
First of all.
Who's building it?
I'm building a house. So I'm building a custom house. I think because I really like the way that these houses look is when it's mostly single story, but like a partial second story.
Okay.
Which isn't the best use of space.
No.
Like you're supposed to build it like all the way up, but I think it's so pretty when it's like.
Levels.
When it looks like different levels. And I have so much money that it doesn't really matter, right?
In this scenario.
I have so much money that in this scenario, I could do whatever I wanted. So I would do maybe have 3,500 square feet on the first floor.
Okay.
And then the second floor would be like a master and 2 bedrooms, laundry room kind of situation.
Okay.
So maybe 4,500 square feet total.
Okay.
1,500 square feet on the top floor.
Okay.
Like a whole house on the top floor.
Okay.
That sounds cute, right?
That's very cute.
3,500, 1,500, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what the math is on that.
That's 5,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it would look like that. And my style would be very, creamy, natural woods.
You want Jen Atkins' house?
I love Jen's house, dude. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. It would be very natural, but calm and very, not a lot of stuff.
Warm.
Not very warm,
Yeah.
comfortable, and not a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
No clutter. I mean, we don't really have clutter now, I don't think, but for sure nothing on the countertops. Right now we have a coffee machine, but we would have a butler's kitchen where the coffee machine goes.
Okay.
And the air fryer, because apparently I just really need that.
Out at all times.
I need it out at all times. So it would just be very creamy, beige, some deeper tones.
Okay.
On the exterior of the house, I think.
So not a lot of black white contrast.
No black and white.
Okay.
I like it for the office.
Yeah.
I like black and white for the office. I think it's fun, but for the house, no, it would just be natural woods.
Are you going? So you said no hillside ever again, right? Would you have no view, no hillside, or would you want a flat property?
I would love a flat property.
Really?
I like flat properties with levels, though. I do appreciate levels.
Okay.
I think it adds a lot of nice texture, and I will say the pros of us living on a hillside is we have a beautiful view, especially when we go to the very, very top where the garden is.
Yeah.
It's really cool looking up there.
Yeah.
But ideally, probably no hillside.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, creamy, maybe some stones. Some stones.
Stones.
What about you? What would your ideal?
I like her house too. I like that as the reference model. I think
Yeah.
she has a lot of natural woods and stuff. I think it's cool. Her house I like how she has, I think, square moldings, kind of like how we have here.
You love those moldings.
I like that. I like even when it has the cut in it.
Yeah.
The molding where it has a line that kind of goes around windows and shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of looks like an art gallery.
It's like a recessed molding.
It's fucking baller, dude.
Yeah.
That's dope to me.
Yeah. I love her kitchen materials, the colors and everything in her kitchen.
Her house was murdered.
Yeah.
She killed it. Little garden thing.
Mike wouldn't be allowed in the house, but that's fine.
Yeah, for sure.
Build her own house out and back.
Yeah. I think that's a sick. I like that style a lot. I think it's also really timeless. I think it doesn't have like an era, which is kind of sick. That's probably what I would do.
Well, it's like you walk in and you just feel instantly like calm. It's very serene.
I think I would still do hillside though. You remember that house that we saw that we went? Sometimes we like to go tour houses we can't afford. I don't know if you guys ever do that. It's fucking fun.
Yeah.
There was like the house that was up on the hill, and they had like the glow up bar. The bar was like light up or whatever.
Oh yeah.
The
acrylic bar.
Yeah, that fucking ugly ass bar, dude. They had a really big flat lot with a view, and then it went down into like a basketball thing. I want something like that.
Well, that's sick. Yeah, I would take that.
They had a good front.
Yeah.
Front was sick. Looked sick, but you couldn't see a ton about the house. Huge, a lot of parking, a lot of whips they could fit in that house. Flat lot for a while, and then view. That was perfect.
That was amazing. Yeah.
That'd be sick.
That would be sick. Yeah, for sure.
Well, you won the lotto, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. All right.
Give me a budge, dude.
Well, yeah, I'd be up on a high hill with a flat lot.
Yeah. There we go.
Up on a high hill with a
period
acre lot.
Yeah.
Fine. I have my own mountain.
Twist farm.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Bye. Boo.
You gonna do a commercial?
Boo. Boo.
We want static.com. Get your merch now.
That's all you have for your own commercial?
All right, guys, check this out. You want some brand new merch? Go to WeWantStatic.com, baby. We got shirts, $34 for shipping anywhere in the United States. United States Postal Service, baby. We got Must Be Nice shirts. Ever heard of it shirts? I'll just go fuck myself. I'm human, I bleed. We got it all. Head over to WeWantStatic.com right now. Thank you so much.